B.A.T.R Gaming presents.
Balthasar.
B.A.T.R.
Balthasar
Balthasar
Galactica.
Galactica.
But all right, so I guess we'll kick it off with same introductions we do all the time. I am Aurelius, and I will be the one-shot DM this fucking time around. Take you on your little journey as the dungeon master. We've got a couple different people here today. Why don't we start off with you, Como?
I'm Como. Next guy.
Shibuya roll call.
Here's your roll call. Here.
Okay. All right. So Como, Dario is here. We've got a new name, Marcus.
Hello.
And then Butch
Hey there.
and James Blackport.
I'm gonna fuck you in the ass.
Carnavero.
I just learned what a nugget is, and I'm having the day of my life.
All right. So everybody's
I'm just
here.
glad to be a player.
So everyone.
I'm glad I've got some barbecue dipping sauce.
Do you have the barbecue sauce on your titties, though?
Yeah.
Want to turn this into a video chat?
Right now. Let's do it. Let's go.
You better make that Big Mac sauce so that you could dip her real well.
Big Mac sauce is just Thousand Isle dressing.
No, don't you dare say that. That's sacrilegious.
The video
Less
of this.
sacrilege.
Oh,
Video of
damn it.
this- Video of this will be on my OnlyFans.
All right, we're switching
half hour.
from Patreon. We'll post the stream. All right, so we enter into
Link in description.
So we're going to enter into the town of Kol Noctazi, on the continent of Iradian that we had left off, and it's about 2 weeks that have passed. And obviously, with the destruction of the governor's mansion and the destruction of the tavern and multiple other parts of the town, we can see a gruesome scene, or what used to be a gruesome scene, where we have the tavern in shambles, just basically rubble all around. Same with the governor's mansion. The cleanup efforts are currently going on. And we enter in to the party, or what's remaining of the party that did not perish in the fight, is sitting under some tents in where the tavern used to stand. And the only thing that you see that gives you any sort of semblance and notion of the upcoming holidays is everyone is partaking in Yuletide festivities. Everyone's sitting around, and you see that everyone is drinking, dancing, having a good time, albeit a few weeks ago there was major destruction. So it's a happy time, but you see the party sits at the table, just somewhat still shaken over what had transpired. And as you see, you notice into the tent comes a tall, muscular, ever perpetually glistening man, human, who walks in with a smaller, young for his age, red-skinned mountain dwarf. And it's a peculiar pair that you see, and they walk up to the barkeep and seem to converse with him for a few seconds, and shortly afterwards,
A male or a female?
it is a male mountain dwarf. Yes, and
Does he have legs?
well, it seems as though he does not, for how short he is, but yes, he does have legs.
So what you're saying is he's not a nugget.
He is not a nugget. No, not a nugget.
This is unfortunate.
It is for anybody who was hoping of any extracurricular activities. But you see them come towards you and come towards the party up to the table, and the larger man opens his mouth as if to speak.
The hell happened here?
Hey man, we just got attacked by a freaking metal spider. It was crazy. I'm gonna burn down the whole fucking town.
Jesus. Well, I was here to visit my brother. He was the governor of this lovely town. Well, once lovely town.
Is he a gigantic mongoloid like you, or a little midget like this guy, or is he just a regular sized fella?
I don't think I like your tone, boy.
He's dead.
Who?
The governor.
My brother's dead?
Yeah, that spider scorpion thing done took that entire... It's a crater where he was at.
Damn. I ought to break a broom handle off in that thing's ass. I'll be right back. I start heading towards the mechanical monstrosity that everyone refers to as a spider.
I said scorpion.
Scorpion. Spider.
Arachnid.
Whatever's got multiple fucking legs. So as
There was a spider with a cock coming out of its ass.
Head over to that spider with a cock coming out of its ass.
So as this man goes away, another strange sight you see walks through the tent, kind of flap, I guess we'll say, and you see a small sort of elf-hafling that is wearing very strange garb that you've never seen before, quite colorful, and you notice he's pale in complexion and it looks grizzled, like a middle-aged grizzled man, but short, and walks up to the barkeep, speaks with a couple of the patrons in the tavern, and finally makes his way up to your table, comes to the party, and says, "Are you the ones that took down that strange mechanical spider with a cock coming out of its ass that I hear so much of?"
Yeah, we are.
"Well, great, then I think I've found exactly who I need. My name is Garyante Darksnow, and I come from the land of Frorwyth. And I have to tell you, I've been sent by the elf resistance, and we need your help, for Santa has captured a being of great power, and we require a party who may be able to help us save him and save our entire home."
This moment I come back into the tent, a little more glistening than before.
Who are you, strange man that sparkles?"
First off, I don't sparkle, man. Secondly, it's Butch Johns. What are you looking for? God, I think I know what you are. You're a damn splinter thumb, aren't you?
"Well, you better not call me one of those. I'm not a splinter thumb, you racist piece of shit.
Whatever.
I'm here looking for a party that would help me. And please, I beg of you, will any of you come with me and help me help my town and help us defeat Santa? I tell you, he's a crazed despot. Ever since Mrs. Claus died in that horrible accident, he's gone crazy."
What's Santa doing to you guys? What's the deal?
"Oh, unspeakable things. Every time we don't make a quota for the time around Christmas, if we don't make enough toys, he takes them out into the yard and he executes them. Anyone who doesn't make their quota, he just chops their head off in the town square, and he threatens everyone else that if the quotas aren't made, he'll burn the town to the ground. I tell you, ever since Mrs. Claus died in that accident, in that rocking chair accident, he's gone crazy."
I proclaim that this continent is renamed Asia.
Did you miss your quota?
Oh, well, we haven't missed our quota yet, but I've been sent by the elf resistance. We're trying to mount an attack, an incursion into Santa's main capital city, his workshop, if you will, so that we can take him down and replace him with a more democratic style of government, so that nobody has to deal with these atrocities ever again.
Sounds like you thumb splinters, got a little too much on your plate to deal with.
Listen here, you fucking blockhead. You better stop calling me a thumb splinter.
All right, Splinter Thumb, Jesus.
Fucking racist piece of shit. So will you
Marcus, what do
will
you
you
think
help me?
about this little midget guy? What do you make of this Splinter Thumb?
He's got a voice like a man I met many years ago.
Hey, I ought to kick your ass.
I'll be right back.
Had
Where
his,
the hell's he going?
had his balls kicked in.
I have child duty. Give me a minute.
So Marcus,
Gotta lay her
what
down.
do you want to do?
Well, I say, being a fellow of small stature, I say why not help him?
You're feeling bad for the little Splinter Thumb?
I ain't no way feeling bad for the man. Let's just say, I feel sympathy for other small-statured people.
You're a great man, Marcus. I'm glad I can count on you.
Don't count on it. I'm only helping because, well, you see things the same way I do.
I see what you're saying.
All right, well, wherever Marcus goes, I go.
How how well defended is this
Well,
workshop?
let's just say that it is defended by some of my kind who never stopped pledging their allegiance to Santa. He has a core of red shirts that, well, follow his every move. And it's pretty well defended by them, and he has high external walls. But inside the compound, there's ways to get around for work that you may be able to get by unseen. But I've got it planned out. We have a contact in my home village of Ashvale that we can go speak to at the tavern there so that we can coordinate with the rest of the resistance.
What do you mean we can get around unseen? Marcus probably can. I don't know that I can.
Well,
I'm a man of regular size.
Well, you see, we have carefully made up human, or well, some humans, I assure you, but passports that we can get into this country. And you'll basically be a team who's looking into the workshop for possible business connections with Santa. So, Santa's very rarely ever seen, except when he steps outside of the main building in his workshop. We'll be dealing with the elves, and we've procured a couple of their red shirt uniforms to get by unpassed. And in fact, I've been embedded with them as a high-ranking captain, so I can get you past their security.
Wait a minute. Let me ask you something. So you mean to tell me I get to kill a bunch of Splinter Thumbs, and you didn't lead with that? Shit. I'm game. I don't care what the prize is. I'm game. Get to kill your kind? Shit, I'm happy about that.
Well, I'm not entirely enthused
I'm
that
gonna
you
rip
want
them limb from limb.
well, all right
I'm
then.
uncomfortable with Butch at the moment.
I'm not quite sure if I am enthusiastic that you're willing to kill my kind, but unfortunately, war is war.
I'll kill the right ones. Don't worry about it. You said they're wearing red shirts? I got you.
And well, don't forget, we're gonna
sounds
be.
Like sounds like they're a bunch of sellouts. I forgot your name there, Keebler Thumb or whatever they call you.
No, my name
Splinter
is.
Thumb is what they call them.
Shut the fuck up! God damn it, Butch. Garyante is my name.
It won't hurt to go scout it out.
Gary Busey?
Garyante. Gary Busey's my cousin.
Visconti.
He's actually our contact at the tavern.
What's in it for us if we do a perfect job and you give us 2 splinter thumbs up on this job?
As I see you are all enthused with using a racial slur like that, I guess I'm just going to have to bite the bullet with it, but,
I've not
what's
done
in...
it a single time.
Well, I
It's
do
very
appreciate...
splinter thumb of you. Come on, get to the point.
I do appreciate that, sir. Your name? Your name, sir?
Whose name?
Well, thank you, Como. But to answer your question, what's in it for all of you? Santa, although he does have toys that he gives out for free, the way that he pays for the materials for that is he heavily taxes our communities and takes almost everything. And if we refuse to give tribute to him, he'll burn the village, so we have no choice. And in there,
Sounds like someone's brother.
from what we reclaim
Hell yeah.
for ourselves, we will pay you a handsome sum of about 2,000 gold apiece.
I'll do it for free. Screw it.
I'll take his 2K.
He will not do any such thing. I want my boy Marcus here to take mine.
Well, then it's settled. 2,000 for the rest of you, and I guess this Marcus gets 4,000, taking this vile man's share, who I don't quite care for, but looks like we could use him, as evidenced by the giant fucking pistol on the side of his hip
What's
that
your
I'm sure
story there
isn't
with the pea shooter?
for any
That
short
nice long
cockings
coat?
below the waist.
I like to
No, that's what shotgun's for, baby.
drink.
All right, well, hey, let's head out.
Fantastic.
And,
All right,
Lucy,
I'm
I'd like to
fucking
offer you
bored.
These tweezers.
What's your story? I'm an alcoholic.
Well, Gary Busey is our contact in the tavern.
Who, me?
My name's Garyante, but I will take these tweezers. What are they for?
The splinters on your thumb.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Hey, that was pretty good, man.
In the hot air balloon.
What a good time today, huh?
Oh, hell yeah.
All right, well,
Let's do this shit.
is everyone else in agreement that we go?
Hey, I got a question, though, real quick.
It seems to be understandably
Butch?
Do
so.
these red-shirted splinter thumbs
Without
have,
going into
babies by chance,
much detail,
per se?
I've had
The
a
red shirts?
falling
Well,
out
I assume some of them
with-
have children, but they're put to slave work just in the
my
in the
squad
central
and
prison
my
complex
commanders.
almost of the workshop.
Oh, okay.
So
just
much
so they
so
don't
that
run away
running out
until
of
they're
baby
that I
oil
would be
here.
banished.
I'm just running out of baby oil here, and I need to.
It has
Well,
not
couldn't you
been easy
procure baby
trying
oil
to
at one of the general
fit
stores or
in
the
amidst the wars.
goods keeper?
It's more of a specialty thing.
Well, how do
As
you,
I reach into a
That
jar,
was not.
as I reach into a jar and start applying it onto my muscles, you know, it's hard. It's hard making myself look this
Didn't go after
delicious and juicy.
targets
So
of high value or anything like that.
where we go?
I don't quite understand, but I will let you know I traveled here, and I do have enough room on my there's no other way to put it, but my magical hot air balloon. And we've imbued it with elvish magic so that we can travel faster over long distances. So I do have a large basket that it's equipped with to bring a party of your size with us. One of your strong suits that we can
Gary,
use
Busey,
to
what
defeat
the hell is
this.
going on with this fucking
devil
giant
Santa.
scorpion or spider with
I'm
the
good
with
with
the
water.
poisonous ass cock? You
Well, that'll
haven't-
come in
you or
handy.
people have anything
There's
to
lots
do
of water on
with it,
Frorwyth.
speaking of elf magic?
Mostly in the
Sorry,
frozen.
I'm fucked up. I've been
frozen
drinking here
form.
at this down tavern.
Well, that's quite all right. That's quite all right.
Gary
I'm
Busey.
an armor and weapon specialist.
I've just learned to roll with the name, seeing as how it seems none of you will get it right. But
Apparently.
we have nothing to
looking
do
for
with that
my
weird
armor that
spider
someone
with an
has
ass
stolen.
cock, as you say. I
A little
don't quite know
underpowered.
what that is.
I
Our elf
normally would
magic
be.
is more of the carpentry
but
sort,
still
and
somewhere.
the travel sort. Nothing to do with
Well, there may be
mechanical
technology
ass
that you may find
spiders.
useful.
Yeah, he
Not
works for
quested.
Santa. Piscante
And-
Thumb Splinter doesn't work with
How do they,
anybody else
how do they
except
keep warm up
Santa.
there?
Got that right,
Well,
Piscante?
I mean, we
I begrudgingly bite, or fucking,
sorts of
Garyante
creatures as
begrudgingly
yourself.
bites his fucking
as
tongue.
any other frozen
Yes,
continent. I mean, you've
that
got
is
your,
right,
your deer, you know,
See?
your
All right,
reindeer,
let's
even.
go jump into your
obviously,
fucking
I mean,
balloon.
where would
Come
Santa
on.
fly?
All right,
And,
and as you go,
obviously, you've got beavers. I mean,
party
we
gets
make
up.
coats
Fucking
out of
everybody
those
makes their
that'll
way
fit
towards
most
this
of our people. You know, you get a couple good beavers
stereotypical
there, you get a
air
couple good coats. But
hot air balloon with a
that's mainly
giant
how we
basket
keep
that
warm.
seems to
I
fit
mean,
all
there's
of
an
you
abundance
comfortably.
of trees in the
And
forest.
as
we
Garyante
chop
goes
those
and
down
pulls
for
the
firewood,
fucking
just as you would
cord
the
and
same.
fills the balloon with hot air, you begin to rise high into the air,
Watch this.
and the sandy desert begins to fade away
I
below the
breathe
clouds.
ice off the. I say as we rise up, hot air balloon. I thought he'd never get his splinter thumb out of his ass and actually take the.
Holy shit!
Yeah, well, if I'm in the type of climate you're talking
Yeah,
about,
me
I'll be
neither.
able
But
to
hey, you know,
damage.
what can I say? Sometimes you just gotta tell them little thumb splinters how it is. Hey,
Well,
you,
I'm
Blue
wondering
Boy.
if almost you and this
What's your name? What's your
Como
story?
fella would be able to work in tandem.
But who's Blue Boy?
Fantastic.
And I look over and
Oh wait, is that you
start-
talking to me?
No,
looking
I'm
over
talking
the
to
side
that
and
other
just
blue
kind
guy.
of
You're
with a
the
sad
Dragonborn
sort
guy.
of countenance, almost melancholy, just thinking about the destruction that Garyante
Don't
has seen in the
even
Your
past.
color's confused from
And,
the glare that was coming off of your fucking
We continue to
big
float through,
I was a little
and, you know,
confused, but I knew that
get
you was
closer
a,
and closer
you know,
to
sterling silver dragon. I got you.
Asheville. And as we get closer, Garyante kind of looks up and speaks and says,
Well, I guess I should enlighten you a little bit more about this continent of Frorwyth that we're going to be going against Santa on. It is, well, it's a frozen hellscape, but it's my home. And it is basically a frozen tundra, full of forests with somewhat dangerous creatures as well out there, especially for elf-haflings such as myself. And, well, this town we're going to is Asheville, and, well, it's my hometown, but also the town where the resistance secretly is hidden underneath and all throughout. And honestly, with all that's been done, we should be in good spirits, as the Yule is almost here, Christmas Day is almost upon us, and, well, there's going to be festivities and all of the sort. My family, my daughter, and my wife, well, I'll just be glad to see them again, as I've been gone for a while in search of a party that would agree to come with me.
and as he's explaining this, you guys float or drift closer, and start to come towards.
Garyante,
Yes.
where does Santa get his power from? Does it come within him, or is there an outside source?
Well, how do you mean Santa's power? Like electricity, or?
Just seeing if he's just a normal being, or if he has enhanced power from different technologies or
Well, I mean,
magics.
Santa, well, he's quite an odd one, that one. He is, for all intents and purposes, a human. However, he has been imbued with what I can only call some sort of magical power that extends his life force, where he doesn't seem to die of old age. He seems to have stopped aging at 60 years. And he's a relatively large fellow, as you might see. The depictions are quite true, but I'm not sure of the type of magic. It's beyond even our elven understanding.
Someone's trying to get themselves something special, aren't they?
Trying to figure out how to kill it, Santa.
Bullet to the head. Dead.
Well, as crass as Butch here may be, that is what we believe will work too. As far as we know, his life force is really the only thing that's been magically affected. He seems to have no other resistances.
I've heard tales of this Santa going from town to town, sliding down chimneys and sliding into people's minds.
Well, those
I heard
would
he's
be
pretty
right.
good at being a burglar.
That's a man that is just after my heart, sliding down a chimney and into someone's wife.
Well, you see, Santa was in special forces. When he was in good spirits, he used to talk to us like normal people when Mrs. Claus was still around. Santa would regale us with war stories of his special forces days, even of a story of this mystical place called Earth that he said he hailed from, and specifically during a night of which was a Christmas Eve, that a war between all the humans of the Earth. He said the year was somewhere in the 1900s of that realm, and, well, he called the people the Germans and some people the British, and it seems that they had come to a truce, although one of them had wished for a breakthrough of the enemy lines for Christmas, and Santa was the one that the special forces would send in. He came in guns blazing. They were playing soccer. It seemed that they had put the war behind them entirely, and Santa came in guns blazing, and as he put it, I blew those Kraut's damn heads off, and fucking threw grenades down into the trenches and ran them through with their own bayonets and pushed forth through the German trench line. And, well, we just were there amazed and also horrified, but that is where he learned his burglaring skills, as he was a master in spycraft and was part of the Earthling Special Forces in that realm. And, well, after Mrs. Claus perished, he continued to slide down chimneys, but he would slide down the chimneys, and as you would say, into other people's wives. But he would tie up the husband, beat them within a half inch of their life, and make them watch as their children cried in front of him. Oh, God. Oh, God. The stories were terrible. The reindeer would used to come back and tell us these terrible things, but I don't want to speak on that anymore. I feel I've given you enough already.
Well, speaking of your wife, tell me about her.
Well, my wife is, well, what can I say? She's like an angel. We met about, I want to say...
Only shorter, and with splinters in her thumb, I'd assume.
You son of a bitch. But, we met, about 100 or so years ago in the tavern. She worked behind the bar, and it was one of those things where I saw her from across the room and said, well, my God, I have to go talk to her. And, well, that's really the story. We fell in love pretty quickly after that and had a daughter. It was the light of my life. And we, just been there ever since, but she didn't want to see me join the resistance. She didn't want to see me get hurt, but I told her, Santa needs to be taken out. He needs to be taken away so that our daughter can grow up and live in a world where she's free from his despotism.
I kneel down and get eye level with you. Well, you can tell your child this, that once we're done killing Santa, all you cotton-headed nitty muggins will be quite happy.
I would really prefer if you stopped using all of the slurs for my race in your speech, Butch.
All right,
Butch,
Smartphone, you
I
got
think
it.
he's right. I think the man is right. You probably should, but can you please repeat that last slur just so I can write it down?
Oh, yeah. God. Cotton-headed nitty muggins. Cotton?
Nitty button muggins.
No. Cotton-headed ninny muggins.
Ninny, not nitty.
Yeah, ninny.
I don't quite like the relationship you two are starting to show, but, Well,
Hey, we get shit done. That's all you need to worry about there.
that's all.
Um,
That's all I'm concerned with, sir. And as they're having this conversation, we finally seem to be approaching the destination.
If I could just ask you here, Keebler Thumb, are you really going to take that much offense from a little ribbing and playing around?
I don't know if he's ribbing
we're
and playing
sitting here-
around.
We're sitting here getting ready to save your damn people from the
I know, we're
fate of Mr. Claus.
I mean, we're getting ready to risk our lives, and you can't handle being called a simple splinter thumb or thumb splinter or cotton-headed nitty muggins.
It's very offensive to my culture and my race. And also,
You know who you are.
This isn't-
You've tried to take over. You've tried to take over many a civilization.
listen, what do you mean by you people, Carnivero? Because I find that very offensive.
You know exactly what he means by you people. You disgusting little thumb splinters.
Mingy, I feel like I'm watching Frorwythian History X sitting here with you people.
You want to bite the curb?
You know, I can we just move on? It looks like we're getting to our destination here. I can see the shoreline in the distance.
You want to smell smoke?
You're right, I do smell smoke. And as we go closer to the shoreline, the mist kind of fades away, and you float over and you get to see an aerial shot of smoke columns rising from what seems to be where a village would be. And you just see a smoldering village that looks like it was recently attacked. And you just look over at Garyante and you see his countenance drop and just fills with sadness.
Yeah, I'd be sad too if I missed the party.
That's my village, you brute. That's Ashvale. They've burned it to the ground. Oh God, my wife,
Phil.
my child. And as he's fucking crying his eyes out like a little bitch, we float down into to the shoreline. And
Like a little bitch.
the balloon touches down and it goes back, and you all see before you this smoldering village. And as the party steps out and works its way towards, you just see a fucking scene of war that's just graphic. You see body parts strewn all across the pebbled stony beach. Houses are burned to the ground. You see one elf incoherent with no arm and his intestines just hanging out of his fucking body, and he's trying to keep them in as he shambles along the shoreline. And you see a small child dragging behind her a disembodied arm from what seems to be an adult elf, just in a daze, calling out, Mom, Mama, I found some of you, but where's the rest? And you just see columns of smoke filling the air, and just a gruesome scene, body parts strewn about. And you walk up towards the village, and Garyante goes, "Oh God, this is terrible. I need to see if my wife or children are here."
Speak to Butch. I say, Butch, it's like those splinters are pretty flammable. Just be careful.
I can see where this place gets its name from.
Yeah, Ashvale. That was good. That was actually pretty fucking good, man.
And all you hear is Garyante, like, sadly weeping. Not even addressing the remarks you guys are making about his burned down village.
I walk over to Garyante, and I kneel down beside him, put just my hand on your shoulder. Sorry about your family. And I just get up, leaving one giant grease print on your shirt. The baby oil.
He looks back and tries to smudge it off, but it won't come out.
Yeah, you ain't getting that off. That's babies. So, Carnivaro.
Babies? What do you mean, babies?
Over here.
What do you think he's asking about the babies for?
It's called baby oil. I mean, come on.
Stem cells for the skin.
Makes you glisten like no other. Speak of, and I point off into the distance of the collapsed house that looks like possibly a child was crushed. You mind if I use that baby for some baby oil?
That's where you get your baby oil from? What the hell is wrong with you, Butch?
Hey, some people use truffles for truffle oil. I use babies for baby oil, okay? Come on.
What the hell is wrong with you? You could get a bottle of that for half a gold piece over at Jansen & Jansen's shop.
Well, I don't like to use big chain baby oil. I like to use organically pressed baby oil.
You
Can I start
honest
walking
with you,
over?
You know, baby oil is good because oil from babies.
In the
What
van.
you're gonna get here is elves are already babies, so it's like a baby baby. It's like a super baby oil.
Damn, that's actually pretty fucking informative. And I grab up the potential corpse. Well, it's not a potential corpse, potential baby corpse, but it's possibly just an elf. And walk off behind a couple rocks.
And disgusted with this sight, Garyante walks off in search of his, mumbles something incoherently. You might be able to catch that something about family, and he goes off.
Well, I can't roll an investigation on that one. I'm too busy crushing one of your village members for their oil.
Yeah. I'm done. I want to roll.
Okay, go ahead, roll an investigation check. As Carnavero's rolling his investigation check, you kind of see off in the distance what could be possibly a smoldering tavern up at the top of the hill.
Oh, I roll this investigation.
Should just tap on the investigation
Would you
skill.
investigate?
He's attempting to investigate the thing that Garyante said.
What was it?
Something about family.
Some mumbling, and then a Dominic Toretto family.
Can I investigate on that too?
Yeah, go ahead, roll the check.
I think Richie got 19. Or Carnavaro got 19.
Oh, 19?
I got 21.
Okay,
I'm gonna
perfect.
wipe my name out. Richie is fine. I mean, I don't care.
Okay.
All right. So you both
Not my
find.
real name.
So you both find out that what Garyante had said was, "I need to go check on my family and see if they're still alive." So he's walking off in the distance, towards another grouping of houses, presumably looking for his through all the rubble.
I come back from behind the rock with a jar of freshly squeezed elf oil. And is there anything in this village worth taking?
Yeah, roll a perception check.
All right. You're taking me out of the game. Too many fucking perception checks.
I know, it's too many.
All right, let's see. Perception. Where is that on my thing? Skills. There it is. All right. 10.
Okay.
I'm thinking to myself, I hope he doesn't catch a splinter going through all that.
Your character looks around, checking the village to see if there's anything worth value in all of the rubble, and all he seems to find is a sand dollar on the beach in front of him. And as he goes to pick up the sand dollar to put it in his bag, he finds 5 gold pieces underneath it.
Good to know.
Looking like they were put there by a child. Perhaps the same child that was dragging her mother's arm.
around, see if I find anything useful in this town.
All right. Roll a perception check, I guess.
To reiterate what Carnivaro was thinking, I think it as well.
19.
God, I hope he doesn't get a splinter and stuff.
You said 19?
19.
All right. So as you look around, you see a building that was on fire and now destroyed, but in there you see some metal that has remained that you may be able to fashion into crude blades or reinforce structures with.
I look at Marcus.
What are you doing just standing there? Come on. Dig around for something. You might find something cool. It's like playing the lottery.
Fashion the metal into blades.
Okay. All right. What kind of blades?
Is it just pieces of metal, or is there any like chain nearby?
Just pieces of metal.
Pieces of metal. I fashion them into, we call them like two like scimitars.
All right. You fashion them into 2 scimitars.
Similar to short swords.
Using some of the reclaimed wood as a handle.
And then I take out my hempen rope and take the one of the blades, cut it in half, and attach 25-foot sections to the handles, and then wrap those around my arms.
So you
They'll
have
fold.
just made bladed arms. Like stabby fists?
No, it's
Like God of War.
yeah, God of War, like think Blades of
Okay.
Chaos.
Okay, alright, so like the chain blades.
Yeah, but with rope.
Okay, alright. So 2 scimitars and chain blades, or rope blades.
With would it be about 20 foot of reach? 25-foot section.
Well, I mean,
Tied
how
off
much
and
how much of that rope? You said 25 foot tied off and wrapped?
wrapped? Yeah, 2 sections.
I'll give it 20.
20. And it's wrapped around the attach just the same as it would be where I can just swing them.
Alright. Yeah, you got two points. Alright. How much damage are these doing?
What would they work as?
I would say they would work as a short sword. But with like an inaccuracy on there. Because, I mean, they are on a fucking rope.
Mm-hmm.
So chance to hit, I'd say -2.
-2. With like a like 2 short sword attacks.
What's the short sword attack damage?
Short sword. I think it's like a 1d8.
Okay. Well, we can't do halves. You know what? I'll fucking give it to you. It's a one shot. 2d8.
2d8.
Yeah.
And then a -2 to hit.
Yeah, -2 chance to hit. Alright, and after you fashion those, you fucking wrap them around your arms, like you say. And as you're doing that, Garyante returns to the group. And you see his face, which was once filled with sadness, is now filled with rage. And he comes
Does that
back.
work?
Huh?
With any modifier for damage?
What's your damage modifier?
It's usually like +2.
Eh, fuck it, yeah.
Cool.
Alright, so Garyante returns, his face filled with rage, and says, let's go see if the contact is still... if we can find any remnants of the contact. And he says he was up in the tavern. We need to go check it out, see if there's anything he may have left behind for us. And party works its way up towards the tavern, which you guys can see on the hill is also destroyed and smoldering. And as you get closer, you see that it's crushed a partially burned elf underneath one of the rafters. But he still is alive. He seems to be half dead. He's shakily calling out, and Garyante runs over and says, Gary! Gary Busey, no! And he beckons you over to hear the information and see what you can get out of him.
God, it's like looking into a mirror. They're both Gary Busey. They're both Splinter Thumbs. Damn. I don't know who to talk to, you guys. I mean, who are you thinking, Marcus?
Kumo was running a Windows repair.
Yeah, I just got the message.
What are you thinking, Marcus? What are you thinking, that little mind of yours?
I'd say let's question the one who's barely got life in him. Or at least seems to be so.
I unholster my pistol.
Garyante looks over. Whoa, what the fuck are you doing with that?
You need to calm down.
He's a friend, you fucking asshole. Why are you pulling a gun?
I was just pulling it out because getting down on my knees for you little short fuckers is hard. With a pistol poking into your side. Damn.
All right, it's just very strange, like you're gonna finish him off or something.
And as this
I would
commotion's...
say, but it is your family, so never mind.
As this commotion's going on, you hear a strained voice from the badly burned elf that's pinned underneath this rafter.
Would you two stop fighting, you couple of bastards? My name's Gary Busey. I'm sure Garyante's already told you that. I need to convey information to you. This whole town was burned down by Santa. He sent his red shirts over, and they burned it all to the ground. Every building. There's nothing left. But I'm glad you arrived when you did. I could pass this on. I don't believe I'm going to make it any longer. But I need to tell you this. There's a safe house outside town. Right outside the edge of town there. And I need to tell you, there's munitions in there, there's weapons there's plans, there's maps that'll help you destroy Santa. That'll help you all get past it. It's just... you need to go there, please. And fight on. The rest of the resistance is gone, but I believe you can beat them. You look like a fine group of warriors.
And as he says this, his fucking voice starts trailing off, and you can see that he's expiring and doesn't have too much time. And is still hanging on. Is still coherent, but doesn't have too much time left in him.
I would like to roll a medicine check to see if I can stabilize this man.
Okay. Alright, go ahead.
Right.
Alright, how much did you get?
19.
Okay. You pull out some aloe vera from your satchel, and you start to just rub it on his body, and you also crack out a bit of your elf oil that you had just freshly pressed and use it as a salve to heal his wounds. And as you do this, it almost has a magical like healing property that just coats his burns and stabilizes him somehow, almost like there's nourishment in that newfound elf baby oil that you pressed.
So,
And he stabilizes and goes, "Oh, thank you. I don't know what magical liquid you just used there, but my pain, it's gone. Would you maybe be able to help this rafter off of me?"
wow, baby.
Yeah, I'll lift the rafter up.
All right, so you lift the rafter by yourself, as it seems no one else gives enough of a fuck to help. And as you push this rafter off of him, as you push this rafter off of him, you see that it was just barely pinning his abdomen, so he's able to walk perfectly fine. So he slowly crawls out, the sharp pain in his side, but it seems that he's been stabilized by this magical fluid that he isn't too sure where you got it, but would love to know. And he goes, Where did you get that oil? That you could make millions selling that. It would do such good for the community. You could heal almost anything with that."
Point us in the direction of this munitions place, and then I'll tell you.
All right, you got yourself a deal. It would do a great good for our elven community to use whatever oil that is. But follow me. It's just a couple of clicks north here through the woods.
No following. Just point it out in the direction, then I'll tell you.
Oh, well, that's part of a deal. Well, it's up to the north, about 2 clicks outside the village there, and, you get through the trees and you'll come across an unassuming building that, is a nice unassuming shack there, but inside we've got it stocked up with munitions. You'll find a couple of useful, pieces of weaponry in there.
Good. I shoot him in the face.
Okay. Roll the hit.
He was gonna die anyway, so...
Well, you fucking healed him first. So roll the hit.
Natural 1.
A nat 1?
A natural 1.
Okay, so as you go to shoot, Garyante pushes your hand out of the way and says, "What the fuck is wrong with you? So what the fuck is wrong with you?"
I don't give away my secrets. It's either my way or, hell, my way.
And as you say this, Gary Busey goes,
I don't understand what the fuck is wrong with you there. You tried to just smoke me after fucking helping me there, but I won't ask any more questions about your miracle salve, you dirty bastard.
and after this interaction, he says,
we really need to be going over to that munitions. I'll keep my eye on you, because you're a fucking dirty bastard, you are.
And
Shit.
this finishes up, and as this all takes place, he looks around, and Gary Busey goes,
"Does anybody else feel like fucking shooting me? Anybody else I should know about that has any guns or fucking projectile weapons?"
Turn and blow ice on the ground right in front of Gary Busey, so he falls down.
Okay.
As this happens, can I roll a sleight of hand and also hand Marcus, my shotgun?
Yes, roll a sleight of hand.
Okay. Damn.
What'd you
Rolled
get?
the wrong dice. I rolled a D10 instead of a D20. But I mean, actually, you know what? There's no way to prove that I rolled a D10. That's up to you if we're going to go with that.
What do you mean? Roll a D20.
Give him another roll.
Okay, well, I wanted to make sure.
I want to see how this plays out. Roll it again.
All right. 7.
Okay, so as you try to pass...
6.
Oh, 6? As you try to pass off the shotgun, as Garyante slips and fucking smacks his head into the back of the fucking ice.
I laugh.
He looks up as you are passing the shotgun over to Marcus, and he says,
"What the fuck are you about to go and do with that?"
Hey,
I gotta make sure that my investment is well armed. I mean, look at your village of splinter thumbs. I mean, y'all weren't even prepared. I want my person of shortish stature to be well prepared, unlike you splinter thumbs.
And as you say this, Gary Busey just completely ignores what you've said, looks over at Garyante and goes,
Did this man really just call us fucking splinter thumbs? That's a bit fucking racist, isn't it? Well, you know, I don't know, it's not gonna stop, so you're just gonna have to fucking deal with it. Quit being such a pussy and get up.
and he fucking outstretches his hand and pulls up Gary Busey and looks around again. He's like,
Are you finished with all the fucking around, or can we get on with business?
Fucking around hasn't even started yet.
Oh, great.
I just give you a wink.
Well,
I am still laughing at Gary Busey for fucking busting his ass.
So Gary Busey looks around and is like,
Well, is everybody ready to go? I know you're fucking laughing. Ha ha, very funny. You're about to fucking shoot me in the face, and then you made me fall and bust my arse. Now, are we ready to go over to the fucking safe house and get you your fucking weapons?
Yeah, I suppose. Fine. God.
And as you all say this, he's like, Fine, now follow me. I told you it was about 2 clicks to the north there. Shouldn't take us more than about an hour or so.
and you walk off to the north towards this, you know, what he's told you is an unassuming fucking looking cabin out in the woods.
That ain't this place, guys. It's fucking unassuming. We don't even need to stand here. That backdrop, sorry, is just more assuming than this unassuming building.
Gary Busey looks over and he's like,
Jesus, what'd you pick for your special trait there? Fuck, this is the building here. I told you it was unassuming.
and he walks over up towards the building, shuffles in his pocket for a few seconds, and gets a little worried and then breathes a sigh of relief as he pulls out a key for this door and
I'd like
opens
to do
it.
an investigation check on that door before he opens it.
All right, roll.
Got a bad feeling about this door. 18.
Okay. So you roll an 18, and just as he's turning the lock and about to turn the handle, you see a tripwire attached to the door.
Fucking knew it.
Want to go over, rip him off the door, and hold the door still as he's being flung back.
What the hell, you fucking arsehole? What the fuck are you doing over there? I was just about to open the door to the fucking munitions.
I point out the tripwire.
As you pointed out, he looks.
Oh, Jesus me. Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. Thank fuck you remembered that. I forgot all these security measures that we've got set up here. Let me just go ahead and disarm that.
And he walks over
Shoot
to
him in the face because I think he set us up. Or, can I do an insight check?
Do an insight check, yeah.
Make sure this guy ain't setting us up. 14.
Okay. And insight, as far as you can see on his face, he is telling you the exact truth.
Okay.
So he continues over to the door.
Oh, shite. I do fucking apologize about that. All the uptight security here, with the elf-IRA, as we call ourselves. We really tried to fucking keep things booby-trapped.
So he goes over and he, diffuses the tripwire, opens the door, and inside you see just a fucking arsenal of weapons. There's long swords, short swords, axes, bows, whatever the fuck you could want, crossbows. Anything your fucking heart could desire.
Goddamn Splinter Thumb was gonna get us all killed because he fucking forgot.
I told you I was sorry.
Your buddy should have let me shoot you in the face.
Well, I'm kind of glad he didn't. Would you guys stop fucking arguing and let's get geared up for this shit?
So, this
regular munitions.
Yeah, so regular munitions.
I'm going to do an investigation check to see if he's hiding any like better shit.
All right. So you do roll that investigation.
22.
22, you said? All right. So as your character looks around, he notices like a bookshelf that literally only has one book on there, and it's not falling. It's in the middle of the shelf, and it isn't falling to either side, and there's no bookends that are holding it up. And it looks like it may be a secret door to another part of this munitions storehouse.
Go over. Is there like a mark where it looks like a book has been like slid out?
Well, there's only one book on the shelf, and it's in the middle. It ain't falling over. So it looks like that may be the handle.
Pull out on the book.
All right, so you pull the book, and it flips the door around, or the bookshelf around, and flips it sideways to make an entryway. And inside you see almost like a lab-type area with sort of advanced, kind of sleek look to it. And it's, all metal on the inside. And the only box that you see in there is a box right on the workbench, and it says gumdrop grenades of banishment. And you hear Gary Busey yell out, "Well, you weren't really supposed to go in there. That's kind of experimental technology that we were able to steal from the red shirts there, but I guess you found it." And you go over, you see the case, and it looks to be a case of 5 grenades.
Attach them to myself.
Alright. So your character picks up the grenades, puts them on his fucking, bandolier, or in his sack, or wherever is fucking easily accessible for him. And you now have 5 grenades of gumdrop banishment. So, you ask this question, and Gary goes, "Well, we don't really know exactly what they do. I mean, every time we toss them, the problem just disappears. So we figure it just banishes them to another realm. So, they're gumdrop grenades of banishment. That's what we've labeled them."
Sounds good.
So, as you guys sitting there, you're looking through the weapons. Is there anything that you guys pick up?
I would like some sort of automatic rifle, or what are we looking at?
So you're looking at just standard array of swords, short swords, and there's a wall of candy cane short swords that you see.
I pick up a short sword and a long sword.
All right. Pick up.
Sheath them. The long sword behind my back, the short sword on my head.
All right, and as you do that, everyone else is kind of perusing. And Marcus, if you selected any weapons. Now, mind you, there are crossbows and regular bows.
I want to pick up another dagger, as well as a short bow.
Okay, so dagger
And
short bow.
you said there were candy. Are there arrows?
Yeah, it's munitions as well. So there's everything in there for munitions for the weapons that you guys have brought. Just
Okay.
know.
I'm grabbing up 30 arrows too, just to fucking make sure I'm stocked up.
And those are candy cane arrows as well.
I also want to take one of the candy cane swords and take it up to who was it?
Was it the Irish Gary or the fucking has no balls Gary?
Irish Gary, asking him what they were.
Oh, I see you found one of the main armaments of the goddamn red shirts. We use them too, don't get me wrong, but, yeah, those swords there, well, those damages, I'm sure you'll be possibly impressed by there. But, yeah, those are candy cane short swords. You got a nice 1d6 plus 2 fucking damage there, and deals a little bit of cold damage because of the peppermint.
Well, that's a mighty weird smithy I got here. Making a candy sword. By what means do you get the candy cane?
Well, we go back into the candy cane, the gumdrop forest, through the candy cane woods, and, we chop them down, and if we can find, some branches of the candy cane trees, we chop it off there, and then, the smith, he kind of files away, and, if he's a really advanced smith, we've been dealing with some smiths that have gotten into a little bit of the forging aspect of it, and, well, they melt candy cane sugar down, and they'll mold it into any sort of weapon that you could ever possibly want. There's tales up north of some candy cane smiths that are turning candy cane and forging it into armor. So as he's explaining this to you, all of a sudden,
I'd like to know where those guys are.
Which guys? The smiths?
Yes, I can withstand a ridiculous amount of cold. So if I were to get some of that candy cane armor, I could.
Well, the candy cane armor does have a little bit of a bonus to frost protection in it of itself. I mean, we've got it naturally as elves, but that candy cane armor really does help, especially against any mages. But I don't quite know of the villages up north where they come from. They're further north than the capital city of Santa's workshop, but not entirely too sure. But that may be a journey in and of itself that you can go on. And as you're discussing this candy cane armor,
I'd like to ask you something.
Well, go ahead.
I have some nice weapons here. It looks like my friend Backport there, he found some pretty cool grenades. Now, you want us to save this land from Santa Claus, that wretched piece of shit, right?
That I do.
Okay, so where do you keep some more of those awesome weapons? I'd like to roll a persuasion check.
Okay, go ahead. How much?
15.
Fuck, you cut out again. 13? 15?
5.
Okay. So as you roll that, your character starts sweet talking him, trying to honey dick him, and he's just professing to you. He's like, well, I'm sorry. If there were, I would. I mean, those we didn't really want anybody knowing about because we're not quite too sure what they do. But honestly, if we had anything else, we'd give it to you. And you hear Garyante chime in. Yeah, I mean, we're not trying to keep anything from anybody. I mean, that's not anything that we're really trying to do. But there are some weapons we can get a hold of. I know that the red shirts have a special particular type of rifle that they happen to carry on them. And just as he says this, you fucking hear some movement outside and some yelling. Oi! Who's in that fucking house over there? And you're like, what the fuck? And the party turns, and outside you see 4 red shirt elves wearing body armor and balaclavas shouting at you, saying, Oi! Who the fuck's in that house there? You better come out here right now. Alright, roll the hit.
Let's see. Pull up my actions. Alright. 17.
As he's shouting at you, it just fucking, you place a shot
and it goes directly into his fucking loud ass mouth and blows a fucking giant basketball-sized hole out the backside of his head. Brain splatters all over the back, all over the faces of the people, the other elves he was with.
The other four.
And as this happens, the other elves are like,
Jesus fucking Christ, this man's insane. Let's fucking get his ass.
so I'm gonna need you guys to roll initiative.
Woo!
So we are fucking standing here. Your characters are inside the building. Butch has just blown the head off of this fucking elf, and it has splattered his brain matter across the other 4 elves that remain. Now, you have rolled for initiative. We've got first one going is going to be James.
So the one right there in the front. I aim right at his head and fire my pistol at him.
Okay. Roll to hit.
So 19 plus 23.
Well, you hit him. Roll damage. How much?
7 damage.
Okay. Alright, so you shoot at his head, and it grazes the side of his head, doing 7 damage. Alright, and then...
I cast magic weapon on my pistol.
Okay, what are you imbuing it with?
Just making it a magic item.
Okay, alright.
This is a +1 to attack and damage rolls.
Okay, cool. Alright, so after you shoot this elf and it grazes his head, does the damage, he grabs his fucking hand, or grabs his head with his hand and goes, "Ah, motherfucker!" And yells at you, "Oh, you prickly son of a bitch!" And runs into the cabin and attacks you with his candy cane short sword. And let me just get a roll on this real quick. Shit. Did I lose my roll? Fuck. Hold on.
What do you think about that?
Alright. And... what's your armor class?
19.
Okay. So he goes to attack you, and the candy cane sword just fucking hits you and bounces right off and smacks him in the fucking face for 1 point of damage to himself. And it is now Marcus's turn.
I can't do that.
I choose to take my short bow and aim at the elf all the way to the right.
This one.
Our right?
The other one.
The one all the way to
This
the
one.
north of the top.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Roll to hit.
17.
Alright. You definitely hit and roll the damage.
6.
Okay. So, as you draw your arrow from inside the house, you loose it, and it plunges directly into the elf, sinking into his shoulder for 6 damage. And then... any other attacks or bonuses?
I forgot I had two attacks for action. I'll aim at the same elf. Do I need to roll for hit again?
Yeah, I mean, you're drawing another shot, so yeah, we'll go for it.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Alright. You definitely hit again. So what's the damage?
2.
Alright. Alright, so as you fire again, it strikes him directly in his knee. And he screams out, "Oi! Well, fucking hell, I'll never be an adventurer again." And then, as he yells this out, Butch, it is now your turn to attack.
Alright. So I would like to go up to the one that is just in front of the doorway. And I would like to grab him. So I'd have to make a strength check and rip him in half in front of his friends.
Okay, make the strength check.
That sounds like a strength and intimidation check.
Well, I was gonna say, but if I succeed, can I do an intimidation check to get the other two of his friends to surrender?
Sure, you could try that if you happen to rip him in half, yeah.
Alright, so let me do this then. Oh, because I thought that'd be pretty fucking cool. You said strength check?
Yeah, strength check.
20. It's a dirty 20, but it's a 20.
You rip him directly in half as you pick him up and rip him in half as you scream wildly at the other elves.
Alright, now as I'm screaming wildly,
I get a raging hard on while this is happening.
as I'm screaming, I want to say,
You need to put down your weapons and be my bitches, you dirty, nasty ass splinter thumbs.
You can see the rage on their face over being called a racial slur, and they just get more angered towards you after you killing their friends.
Okay, so I did an action. Am I able to do, because this is your game, am I able to cast a, where the hell is it? There it is. Am I able to cast as a bonus action a cantrip?
I'll allow it.
Because this is your game, I'm asking.
I'll allow it because you allow me to do it.
Okay, so I will cast Vicious Mockery by calling them some cotton-headed ninny. What was it called? Cotton-headed ninny what?
Cotton-headed ninny muggins?
Ninny muggins, thank you. Yes, I want to call the one that is right there. Okay. Cotton-headed ninny muggin. So I will roll a D4. Or you must succeed a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
So
does that mean my guys?
Yes, your guy that I screamed at must succeed a wisdom saving throw of 15.
Okay. Can it be a dirty 16 that saves it?
Yeah, that's perfectly fine.
Actually, it does not, because it's a -2. So, yeah, you fucking yell at his ass. Some mockery.
Alright, and he takes points of, what is that? It's 4 points of damage.
Damn. See? Words do hurt. Alright, so as you yell out this slur, you just can see through his eyes that his heart just breaks on how humanoids can be, and humanity can be so harming with their words, and takes 4 points of personal damage, of emotional damage.
Emotional damage!
It takes 4 points of emotional damage!
Hell yeah.
Now, can you cut that mini in half?
You want me to?
I kind of fucking do.
That would be awesome.
If you don't mind, because yeah, go ahead.
Your immersion.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I painted this one just for you.
Just look how think about how good it'll
Excellent.
be for the video.
Right. I ain't cutting it in half, man. That's fucking money right there.
All right, fair enough. Shit. All right, so we'll just pretend his body is fucking destroyed. All right, so he's dead.
And his buddy's spirit is.
So
Why
what do we
not
got
his body?
outside? We got 2 guys dead outside. We got 1 guy crippled inside, right?
Yeah, 1 guy damaged inside, another guy visibly, emotionally, and physically damaged outside, and then another one who has taken no damage so far, except for that of mental. So it is now Carnavaro's turn.
We got 2 dead guys outside and 2 live guys outside, right?
Yes.
Don't worry about the guy inside.
The guy inside is fucking crippled. Someone took out his knee. Marcus took out his knee.
Wait, hang on.
No, that was a guy outside.
Yeah, I took out somebody's knee outside.
The one that is now dead. One of the ones that is now dead, I believe.
What's up with the guy inside?
He thought he could hit me.
He's taken care of?
Hey, he's gonna be okay.
He's gonna be.
He's right in front of me.
Alright, so now can I yell boss get back and he can get back, or that doesn't work? Because it's not his turn.
No, you could, I'll fucking allow it for inner workings. He could help, we'll say he could move at reduced movement, only 15 feet. But he can move.
Alright, so how far am I allowed to move?
You are allowed to move regular walking speed, so 30 foot. Or you could do a dash, which I believe uses up an action, is that right?
It's double your movement, and it uses up an action.
Okay, so you could either go 30 foot regular, or you could go 60 foot on using one of your actions.
Is diagonal just like 1 square, or is it 2?
I'll count it as 1.
It's 1. It's always 1.
So each square is
Okay.
what, 10 foot, 5 foot?
Each square is 5 feet.
Yeah, so
Alright, which guy am I inside?
You're this one.
That's the one I was hoping I was. Alright. Alright, so I'm going to move 1 square diagonal towards the door. 1 square diagonal out the door. 1 square diagonal up and to the left from what I'm seeing on the camera, but like to your right, boss. Nope, other side, other right. Your other right.
Okay.
And then I yell, "Boss, Butch, get back inside, you shiny, beautiful son of a bitch!"
I look at Carnavaro and I just smile. Proceed to walk back the 15 feet through the door. And begin applying, if I'm allowed to, if the DM will allow it, applying baby oil to my skin.
gotta stay hydrated.
Super baby oil? Is this the elf baby? Or is
Super
it
baby oil.
Yeah, this is the elf baby oil that healed Gary Busey.
straight up stem cells for the skin, baby.
That's science there.
All right. So
Okay,
now,
I'm
what are
next.
the? How does actions work? What do I got? 1 action, 2 actions, 3 actions.
So you got 1 action, and I'll say 1 reaction, and I'll allow, like, a use of, like, a one-handed weapon, if you've got one, like, as a reaction. So, like a dagger, like a small weapon, not like a fucking, if you got a long sword or a short sword, you're not going to be able to use that. That'll take up 1 attack, but the reaction, I'll let you use a smaller weapon.
Okay. So, for example,
Or
if I were to
cantrips
use
or
my
a crossbow.
my ice breath as an action, I couldn't use my ice breath again as a reaction.
Well, your ice breath has to recharge.
It's a bonus action.
Up here in this. No, this is where my ice breath is like unlimited.
You know what? That kind of makes a good point. And I think I'll allow it just for the purposes of this one shot, because, yes, yeah. Fair enough.
I
talked
agree
about
with
this
that
on the-
one.
That should be a bonus action.
Yeah, that will be a bonus action. So you get an action, reaction, and a bonus action. Whatever your guys' special bonus action, I'll just lay that out for you right now. So my reaction would be if you've got a pistol, if you've got a light crossbow, or if you've got a dagger or a cantrip. You could use those as a reaction, and then your main action can be anything, any weapon. But yeah, you have unlimited frost breath, so you could use it your next turn too if you wanted to.
So I could use my action as a frost breath. My reaction is a fucking a crossbow, and then my bonus action is another frost breath.
I will only allow one frost breath per turn. I will make, because originally you have to recharge your frost breath every, I don't know, was it 24 hours, 3-4 hours? This time you'll just be able to use it every time, but it's got to be once per turn. Because that's going to be too, that'd be too spammy.
Uncle Tony could pop in your mouth two times in one day.
Yeah, but that's because he's got a refractory period that's unmatched by anyone.
Jesus Christ.
Gee, all right, stop giggling like a Japanese schoolgirl and make your fucking turn.
I had liquid in my mouth. Oh boy.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. He's like,
Would you sneak a sip of the fucking alfoil? Soda desu ka?
All right, so I take my candy cane longsword and I swing it at this cocksucker in front of me with the intent to take his fucking head off.
All right, roll to hit. So that would be a D20, right, for hit chance?
Yes.
So roll a D20 for me.
Okay. D20.
Yep. And what are you getting on that?
I got a fucking 3.
All right, with a +4 to hit, I'll say, so we'll call it a 7. So you go to swing, and you go straight for his head with the intensity that you're going to lop it straight the fuck off. And you swing and miss like you're fucking trying to hit a baseball. And it just fucking, you spin yourself around comically. Doing a full 180. You face him again, but you completely fucking miffed it.
Remember to aim low.
So now I got a reaction, right?
Yes. Yep.
Okay, so after I miss, I try to come down against the length of his body. So I'm coming right at his shoulder, and what I'm imagining is I'm going to go through his shoulder, through his chest, his stomach, his hips, and like I'm coming out like his whole center mass is what I'm aiming at.
Well, what are you attacking with?
What am I allowed to attack with?
So either a light crossbow, a dagger, or fucking cantrip, or yeah, I think that was it. So not a long sword. Or a short sword. So you got daggers on you though, right?
So I take my daggers and I aim for his center fucking mass.
All right, roll the hit on that for me.
That's a D20.
You should be able to roll a hit on your daggers if you click on the hit portion, because you might have a modifier. I don't know.
I got a natural 17 on my D20, but
yeah, we'll go with that. I mean, because they're the same. Correct me if I'm wrong, right? So it would be a D20 roll. Yeah.
Yeah, it would be a D20 roll to hit. Plus, I mean, if he had an attack modifier, which he should, he would just get more than 17. But if 17 hits, I mean, you can go with it.
17 hits him. So you go and you attack center mass, and you just plunge the dagger straight into his fucking chest. And roll damage on that. You're going to have to roll on the actual dagger itself, though. Because I don't know the stats.
Three plus 2, so I got a 5.
Alright, so you plunge it straight into his chest, doing 5 damage to him. And he fucking screams out in pain, "Oi! What the fuck did you have to go for me chest for, you bloody bastard?"
Alright. So now can I try and get him to back off with persuasion, or would that be like my only bonus action? I
That
wouldn't be able to use my banner.
I'm gonna say that'd be your only bonus action. Yeah. In the middle of combat, we'll say at least.
All right. Well, I don't want to freeze his wound, so I turn to the other guy. He's to my left. He's about diagonal, maybe a couple squares.
Okay, it's about 10 foot.
Yeah. And I ice breath that son of a bitch to fucking holy hell. I'm trying to freeze him. I don't want him moving. I want him moving slow.
Is there a roll to hit for your ice breath, or is that just a?
I think there's. I'm still learning this fucking game, and you guys are gay.
That's all right. I'm still
Breath
learning my
weapon
shit.
silver. 2d6. I'm gonna roll it now.
Oh well, that's the damage. Well, you could roll that. Yeah.
Yeah, I have it to hit.
Oh, it doesn't. So it just hits automatically.
Mate, yeah, I'm thinking it just hits automatically.
All right, fair enough.
I got a 9.
All right, so you roll you get that damage there. You just charge up. You take a deep breath in of this icy, cold ass air, and you breathe in.
I feel like it should be a multiplier.
And you just breathe straight out, and you fucking hit him. But this elf looks at you and is like, shivers a little bit because it's kind of cold, but he almost looks like he shrugs it off, and it's because they live in a cold-ass area, so they have natural-born cold resistance, and you only do 4 damage on that attack.
I roll back into the house, or am I just stuck out there?
You are stuck out there currently.
Alright, I go and I fuck myself.
Alright, and after fucking yourself, the elf that you just attacked with the ice breath runs towards you and gets straight up to you.
I'm getting a call, hold on.
Alright, we'll hold.
What's up, Marcus? I think Marcus was having my back there. What's going on?
He's getting rung up to go fucking bring some firewood in the house.
Oh. So anyway, this little fucking elf cocksucker who's 2 feet tall, he comes up to me.
Alright, so this elf runs up to you and goes, "Oh, you dirty motherfucker! You think ice is gonna go ahead and fuck with us?" And he goes ahead and he lunges towards you, and I'm gonna need your armor class. Your AC.
It's only gonna take 1,000,000 years. Let's see. Skills, actions. If you hear me say something that is the right spot, tell me. Inventory, spells, feature centric.
Yeah.
Abilities, saves, top tab. Take it back to the home.
Go back to the home.
Yeah, the top tab.
Okay, the top tab.
Yeah,
Ability saves.
and
All right, gotcha.
Yeah, click that. I'll take you back to it, and it'll be on the top armor class.
Why is my shit always different than anyone else's? I don't see anything about armor class.
Well, are you on phone or are you on computer? Because phone, it might just be abbreviated as AC.
No, you're right, Thor. Armor class is 11.
Mm.
All right. So he lunges at you, and he just goes and he bites your fucking ankle like a motherfucker. And he bites your ankle.
Goddamn ankle biters.
And then he goes ahead and he does.
Fucking ankle biting sons of bitches.
Fine with the. Oh yeah, he does 3 piercing damage to you.
All right. I yell into the doorway. Hey, Butch! I think I got a splinter in my ankle.
Wait, I just remembered, I have a shotgun now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you do.
Oh yeah, you do.
Yep.
You use that on next turn, yeah. So as he bites your ankle and you shout into the house, alerting Butch, James, again, it is your turn.
Okay. So this dude.
I'm kind of fucking things up here. I'm trying to get my shit down to 16, and I fucked it up. No, 1.
So is this
There we go. All right. So there we go. I'm sorry, James.
You're good. If I'm not using these as a range, like the blades as a ranged weapon, do they not have a disadvantage?
Yeah, if you're using them, if you're actually holding them by their handles, then no, there's no disadvantage. I'll give you that.
Alright, so I'm going to take the blades and bury them into the chest of the elf that's right in front of me.
Okay. I guess roll a
Thanks for backing me up.
regular chance to hit for just without the -2 on there, I guess. Whatever it would be for a short sword, I guess.
Alright, that would be 17 plus 4.
Okay,
21.
yeah. You bury it straight into his fucking chest. And you said 21 damage?
Well, that's to hit. That's a 12 damage.
Okay, alright, you bury it both blades straight into his fucking chest. And do 12 damage.
Is he dead?
Not yet, no.
Alright, then as a I pull those out. And then point blank I hit him with a firebolt. 18 plus 7, 25 to hit.
You hit the little motherfucker.
And then there's a 6 damage.
Alright, so as you throw this fireball at him, you go ahead and hit him dead on. I mean, a small fucking boom, hit him. And he starts burning, and he burns for 6 damage. And you notice as he's burning, one of the shades near you goes up in flames and starts to catch the wooden house that you're in on fire.
That's all I got.
God damn it, Blackport. Why'd you have to go and burn the fucking place down? Jesus.
Alright,
Just the only
Casualties of war.
Alright, and as
Hey, you're gonna those.
as the house is now blazing, this man that you hit with the fireball is like, "Oh, are you fucking stupid using fire in a goddamn wooden house?" And he goes to attack you. And what's your armor class again?
19.
Alright. Fucking boom. Okay. Alright, and he goes ahead and he just fucking wraps that candy cane sword at you, and he just fucking slashes. And he goes ahead, hits you, and does... fuck. Give me a second. Gotta know the fucking dice here. There we are. He does 7 damage for you. He does 7 slashing damage. And then he also does an additional amount of cold damage to you.
7 slashing?
Yep, 7 slashing, and then he does 4 cold damage to you on top of that.
As a reaction, I'm going to use Absorb Elements to absorb some cold damage.
Alright.
Absorb 3 cold damage.
Okay, alright, so that is as he attacks you and you get that frost, you kind of shrug it off like it ain't shit, almost like you're chewing a piece of gum. And that's the power of 5 gum, is what you exclaim. Alright, and after that interaction, it looks to be Marcus. It is your turn once again.
I choose. I choose to move outside of the house. And I have to. Wielding my war pick, aiming for the elf that is currently biting Carnivaro's ankle.
Okay. Roll the hit on that.
My fucking guy.
18.
Okay, alright. So you cock back to hit him with the pick and roll that damage for me.
11.
Alright, so you cock back and with all your might you swing for that one biting his ankle. And you hit him square in the fucking shoulder. The pick digs in and you fling him 5 feet back from Carnivaro with that pick, doing 11 damage.
Wouldn't he be prone after that?
Like on his back?
Or just either on his back, on his stomach?
You want him ass up or face down ass up?
Either or. I'm gonna aim for something, and I'm gonna try and hit it.
Yeah, all right. Well, he's face down ass up as you try to hit it from the back.
I'll use my. He's still within my reach, right?
He has flung. We'll say, yeah, he's flung to the tile right below, one tile below him. So he's about 5 foot away from you. No, where that other dead one is.
Oh, these guys around a little bit.
Yeah, I'm hearing it. I just don't know which one he's.
Yeah,
tiles. The tiles are occupied.
So,
there's a lot of tiles.
Cocksucker down 2 and to the left 2. That guy was biting my ankles. And Carnivaro, I think not Carnivaro, Marcus. I think he's next to me. And Cocksucker is 1 square below. Is that right?
Yeah,
Am I right?
Yeah. He's moved down into the area. So he's face down, ass up, 69ing with his dead comrade, and you move him to strike again. And he is any strike that you go to make on him is gonna hit because he can't defend himself.
Oh, all right. I'll use the shotgun, specifically aiming right for his balls.
Alright. What's the damage on the shotgun?
Hang on. 16.
16 damage.
Is it a double barrel?
Yeah, actually, answer. Is that a double barrel?
It just says it's a regular shotgun.
Shit.
It's just a single-barreled pump-action shotgun.
Okay. As you're holding the shotgun,
it really only takes 1 shell to fucking get them both.
as you're,
Is it a buckshot or a deer slug?
We're talking about elf.
I would assume slug.
No, it's just it doesn't say slug or anything. It just gives for you it would be something other than me. It's for me it's 2d8 plus 2 damage piercing. So do with that information as you will.
Buckshot, or not buckshot.
We're talking about elf balls. Those balls are gone.
Oh, those balls are fucking gone. Whatever was
They no longer exist.
Okay, all right. As Marcus aims for this elf's balls, he pulls the trigger as he's holding the slide, and he shoots, fucking pegging those elf nuts for 16 damage. And as he's holding on to the pump with the kickback, he unbeknownst to him, he racks it back again, and it turns out to be an Ithaca, one of the Ithaca models, and he slam fires for another fucking shot, doing another 16 damage, killing this elf instantly.
God damn.
Jesus.
So after this, this occurs, we got this other elf watching in fucking horror as his buddy's nuts have just been shot, and to him it looks like he was shot again, defenseless, right in the fucking back. And is just like, holy fucking shit. He's reevaluating his life. He's wondering if he should just run off into the fucking forest. And as he's doing so, he mans up and he just swings his sword. And I'm gonna need your armor class, Carnivaro.
My armor class is. I thought you were about to do this to Marcus, and I'm like, you can't fuck this man every single time. My armor class is 11.
Okay.
Jesus.
So as this elf swings towards you, he's like,
"Can I do a dexterity check or some shit?"
oh well, he's racked with fucking guilt. He swings towards you, and he's just distracted by the scene he saw, and he completely fucking misses. And his fucking sword plunges into the snow to the left side of you, leaving his back shoulder exposed.
Alright, so do I gotta is it still Marcus's turn, or do I gotta
No, this is... That elf just made his turn and missed fucking terribly.
And I think Marcus deserves a bonus action. But do I get a reaction first?
Well, so you could react to this attack, yeah.
Alright, so can I react with fucking... Well, my breath doesn't seem to work. I take my short candy cane sword. And I stick it right in his fucking shoulder.
Okay. So you stick it into his shoulder, and that's hitting because he's not in a defensible position. Roll damage for that one. Roll 1d6 plus 2. So just like a d6. And then add 2 to it.
I got a fucking 6, so that makes an 8.
Okay. So you got a 6, 8, and then roll for the cold damage. 1d4 on that.
Three.
Alright, so they have cold resistance, so it reduces that to 1. So you do a total of 9 damage on this elf that is fucking attacking you. And you just fucking slice right into his fucking back as he's got it turned towards you, and he fucking yelps out in pain. And you do your 9 damage. He is still alive.
I yell to Carnivaro, or to Marcus. I say, as much as I'd like to mount and fuck this wound, I will leave the rest of this up to you.
Yep, and I believe if you've got any bonus actions that are fucking available, Marcus, you can work on that, or you can use that.
The only bonus actions I have are, well, the only is the second wind.
What is that?
Once per short rest, I can use a bonus action to regain 1d10 plus 5 HP.
Oh.
So I can use it to heal myself.
Oh yeah. I mean, if you want to do that, sure.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I haven't taken any damage.
No.
And then the other thing in the bonus action
can he get
tab
more?
is
Can he have
2-weapon fighting.
more hit? Can he have more hit points than his max if he heals himself?
No. We wouldn't do a buff like that.
What was that last part you were saying, Marcus? Something about some fighting?
In the bonus action tab above it, it says actions in combat and 2-weapon fighting. Oh, yeah.
You got something you can dual wield? I'll allow it.
I have 2 daggers
Fucking go for it. Roll the hit.
for just one of them or both of them.
Yeah, just fuck it. One. We'll call it dual wielded. Just there's one on there.
19.
You fucking hit them. Roll damage on those.
Six.
Okay, so you run over to where Carnivero's standing, where he just fucking slashed that elf in the back, and you plunge both daggers into his fucking shoulder blades and just fucking rip down, slicing his fucking back open, almost shaving the skin off it, and do 6 points of damage.
I turn to Marcus and say, "Damn, thank you so much, man. I needed a new scarf."
Well, this scarf might prove useful for you then.
My man.
And as they finish that conversation outdoors, we return to Butch, who has gone back inside.
Alright, so
Yeah.
the elf that's standing next to James, I would like to turn towards him and cast Charm Person. And I need you to roll dexterity, or not dexterity, I'm sorry, a wisdom saving throw. You must beat 15.
Are you casting this on James or the elf?
The elf.
Okay. You said a wisdom saving throw?
Yes.
Alright, let's fucking get it. I roll a 1 with the wisdom debuff.
Alright, you are now charmed. You are under more or less my control. And let's see. Let's see. Use that one, so I can't cast another spell. Would you say I could see that elf that's in front of Carnivaro?
You can, but if you're gonna do anything that requires a ranged attack, I'm gonna say it's like a -2 to hit, just because of the angle. And you've got a couple of your comrades in front of you.
Could he hear me?
The elf or Carnivaro?
Yes, the elf.
I mean, he's like 20 foot away and you're inside a house, so I'm going to say it's going to be very muffled, so no.
Okay. Then, let's see.
What if he got to the door?
I mean, that would change it a little bit if he was outside or in the entryway.
Let's do.
Bot's about to kill shot somebody.
Hearing a grown man take a piss while I think.
Oh, sorry. Let's see if I can fix this.
Keeping it in.
Jesus Christ.
It's a small piss.
Sounds like you pissed into a pipette first and then dribbled it into the toilet. Alright, so
It was a dribbler.
I used a action. Am I still able to move?
Sure.
Okay. So I will move the 15 feet back outside.
Okay.
And I will cast Vicious Mockery. I need that elf to make a wisdom saving throw of 15.
He ain't passing that shit. But we'll do it. Oh, he is passing that shit.
Alright.
So you go to cast Mockery, and he yells back at you, "Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me." As he has his back fucking torn from his body.
Well, that's real cute coming from an ankle bite and thumb blister. Or thumb splinter.
And you will take... Oh, shit. I just lost my dice. You will take... Fuck. So, you will take a whole 4 damage. Because it was 8. Well, no. Yeah. So you'll take half that, so half 8's 4. And, yeah, it's 4 psychic damage.
And as he takes that damage from you, he says, Oh, alright, sticks and stones do hurt me bones, but I guess them words hurt pretty nicely. And takes 4 damage.
Alright, that ends my turn.
Alright, and then we are back to Carnivaro, because you only did a reaction, so this is your actual full turn here.
Alright, so I got this guy laying on the ground. He's the last one left, you don't know?
The other one is now charmed under Butch's command, and then you... Yeah, this is the last one that's putting up a fight.
So... Now that Butch is by the doorway, can I speak to him?
Yeah, you can speak to him.
Hey Butch, do we need this guy for to get some information, or should I just finish him off?
Well, he could finish me off, but yeah, go ahead, finish him off. Do what you gotta do. We got one more in the house.
I yell back, he'll stay warm for another 2 to 3 hours.
Well, I'll just do some...
I take my longsword and I go to plunge it my candy cane longsword, and I go to plunge it right through his fucking candy ass heart.
Plunge it slowly for me.
And as you fucking drag this, bring the sword up above your head and you plunge down, you go straight through his fucking heart, finishing him off, and he goes, "Oh, you fucking bloody fuck. And dies.
Fucking fantastic.
I turn to Marcus and I say, we fucking did it. I give him a hip-hop hug. It's when you dap a guy up, give him a hug. And I say, let's see what's going on inside. And I move inside.
I'd like to take my shotgun back at this point.
Inventory.
You gonna give me that shotgun, boy?
Once this Dragonborn puts me down. Middle of the session.
I knew it, man. This guy has multiple personalities. I heard several different fucking voices.
I know that. I said I might be done later. Can't just leave.
I say to Butch, hey, he proved very useful with this shotgun. Are you sure you want to just leave the man unarmed? We're a lot stronger together.
Man's not unarmed. Plus, kind of missing my shotgun.
What's happening?
They're in the middle of discussing getting his shotgun back.
He wants
Oh, yeah.
the shotgun back. I told him you're a lot stronger with the shotgun, and I feel like you should keep it.
With fair reasoning, I could keep it, but I'd rather return a weapon to its rightful owners.
Good on you, Marcus. And I'd like to bestow bardic inspiration to him, if that's okay, DM.
That just gives him inspiration to do another fucking rolly thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you guys just fucking whoop their asses, so yeah. I extends to everybody, I'd say.
Oh shit! I got a second inspiration. I got 2 inspirations.
So, elf inside, I'd start questioning him if I were you guys. While you question him, I'm gonna round up these here elves and get to squeezing. My muscles are looking a bit dull right now, and God knows I need to glisten like no other person has ever glistened.
So as he's applying his baby oil, everyone returns back into the house to that charmed elf, and magically, Gary Busey and Garyante reappear, and they come out of the advanced room where the gumdrop grenades of banishment were found, and they say, "Ah, well, you know, geez, I do appreciate you guys fighting them off there. You know, we would have helped, but you know, we were looking for weapons, and before we knew it, it was all over. So, yeah, I mean, that's exactly what we were, you know, doing. But yeah, who's this guy here? I wonder if he has any information." Trying to shift the blame and shame.
Maybe you could have took some of the splinters out of your thumbs and stuck them in some of these guys' necks.
And as you say this, they both don't say anything because they know they were in the wrong for hiding in the back room while all the fighting was going on. And as they're talking, this charmed elf is like, "Oi, me fucking buddy. Bloody hurts right now. I don't think I could fucking deal with it. I don't know, some reason I feel like you're all lifelong friends I've known for quite a while now." And is standing there sitting around. And as he's doing that, you notice he's clasping to something that looks to be in the pocket on his plate carrier. Almost like he's guarding some sort of information.
Hey, Butch, what do you think of this?
I'm currently outside applying baby oil and squeezing elves for their, natural essence. So I'm not even in the room right now.
All right. I'd like to roll a persuasion check, because I say to this man, hey, you've been complicit in the slaughtering of your people for so long. There are people here now that are going to just completely destroy you and all your little redcoat friends. Why don't you tell me what's going on? Why don't you tell me what you're grabbing for as I grab it? And we can actually save your people.
As you say this, it really hits home with him, but the way you're grabbing him, he yells, "Get your hands off my penis!" And tells you he'll gladly hand over the information to you if you would have just asked, as he is charmed, and there's really no need for a persuasion check. That's outside of
outside.
I was enjoying a Chinese meal, a succulent Chinese meal.
So what is the crime? I was enjoying but a succulent Chinese meal. Get your hand off my penis, he says again, as you're visibly confused, and reaches into his shirt pocket and presents you with a map that shows a path up through the woods towards Santa's workshop, the exact place that you're looking to break into and rescue whatever powerful being that he has held captive.
Did he grab that map from the same place he was, holding his hand to so tight?
Yes.
Then I graciously stop grabbing his penis. I slap it a few times, just as a bit of foreplay, and I say, "Thank you."
As you do this, he gets a half chub.
I tell him, I say, "The fun and games are over.
His chub goes down, begrudgingly.
Would you like to?" That's a good thing. Would you like to fight with us, or would you like to stay here and stay safe?
As you're saying this, he opens his mouth as if to speak, and out of nowhere, his head just fucking explodes, killing him instantly. You look outside the cabin and you can't see anything at all what that would have fucking been. There's no other enemies off in the distance, and his head is just exploded. All you have left is the map marked out with a path towards Santa's workshop.
I turn to Marcus and I say, "Hey, man.
Can I roll an investigation on where that shot came from, seeing as I was outside?
Yeah, you could roll an investigation on that, yeah.
Because, yeah, that's definitely not a good thing. Hey, fucking snow takes forever. Yes. All right. 16.
16. All right.
Fucking know about snow in California."
So
It's on the app.
You look around, and you can hear that the shot rang out from a cluster of trees. And it looks like you see something scurrying off in the distance. You can't make sure what it is, but it almost seems brown in nature. But it scurries off in another direction. You lose it in the thick woods.
Okay, so I'm not able to shoot at it.
No, not able to shoot at it, but you do see that it did come from some strange creature. Most likely an attempt to silence any survivors.
Well, goddamn. There's more people to kill.
You close the jar to my freshly squeezed baby oil and walk in towards the house. Well, the burned down shack now, because I'm pretty sure it burned the fuck down.
We got some company. Ran off into the trees. Y'all up
I
to
say,
some more fun?
We just got this map. Should we trust what we have here and go for Santa's workshop, or should we just stay here to die? Because it sounds like they know where we are.
Can I do an intelligence check?
Yeah, you can do whatever check you want, though.
Alright, I just want to... What was that? 15?
Okay.
So, would I be able to, with a 15, decipher potential ambushes or any kind of malfeasance off the map? Like maybe it was a decoy?
So you look at the map and it doesn't seem to be doctored in any way other than the trail leading to Santa's workshop.
There don't seem to be any other markings other than, marking out for the capital city, except for an outpost where these elves seem to be detached from.
Well, whoever shot that elf knew we were here. However, they didn't come in here and try to storm the barn, so I don't know. I don't trust it, but I mean, it looks legit. It also looks legit, but that furry brown creature that shot whoever the fuck this was, goddamn Splinter Thumb, didn't want him talking, so maybe this information's good. Maybe I'm just being a little on edge. I don't know, man. Fucking trees. Goddamn.
How many guns do you,
trees?
How many guns do you have, Butch?
Two. I got the one on my side, the shotgun. Or if you want guns in total, I got one on my left arm, one on my right arm. Got a pistol, got a shotgun, and my favorite pistola is the flesh pistola. Ladies like that.
I'll bet they do. Listen, me and Marcus are sitting here with no type of weapons whatsoever. Don't you think we'll be a little stronger if we just spread out? We all have guns, and we make our way towards this Santa's workshop up north.
I got Marcus's back. Don't you worry. You guys need to have each other's back, because in reality, I still don't know what happened to my brother. You guys could be responsible, you guys may not be responsible, I don't know. However, Marcus, I have Marcus's back, don't you worry. You picking up what I'm putting down, Kimasabi?
I don't appreciate those Asian stereotypes, but I'll tell you this.
What's Asian?
We're in Asia now.
Nah, man.
These guys, they make toys.
Now.
They make toys for free, and if they don't make them, they get fucking killed. Where the hell do you think we are? Listen,
we're in the fucking shit. That's what we are. We are in an ocean of shit, and I know every single grain of said shit.
Who's we? Who's we? There's
all
no
of
we.
us.
And as you guys are arguing amongst yourselves, you hear Garyante pipe up and say, "Listen, what the fuck are you two arguing about? Why don't we go ahead and check the fucking outpost that they came from? There might be other weapons there."
Shut the fuck up. I pull my gun out and I put it in his face. Shut the fuck up.
Garyante looks at you and he fucking pulls the gun into his fucking, right to his fucking head and says, "Do it, I fucking dare ya. You ain't nothing but a piece of fucking chicken shit." As he has the gun, your gun, he stares you down with the intensity of fucking 10,000 fucking elves, and he isn't budging. He's not bluffing.
I slapped Marcus just to show not only Marcus but also Butch what Marcus' place is, and then I tell Marcus, or I tell holy shit, and then I tell Butch once again. Who did I slap?
Marcus.
I'm still drunk from before. I slapped Gary, whatever his name is, just to show Gary, as well as Butch, what Gary's place is. I turn to Butch and I say, and I continue our conversation. I say, "We? What the fuck is we? You're talking about we? You're talking about how you have Marcus's back? You're sitting here making us all run into the fucking shit that you're talking about we're in with no weapons, while you're strapped up with 6 of them."
Technically strapped up with 2, and I was saying that my guns were arms, or my arms were guns.
As you come to this realization, Garyante punches you in the dick.
You should give Marcus a weapon.
Hang on. I pull the trigger with my gun pointed towards Garyante. I pull the trigger, but of course it doesn't shoot because I haven't reloaded my pistol.
You know what? Garyante makes a good point. Let's go hit that outpost. Maybe there's some precious guns there for you. Would that make you happy there, Dragon Boy? Or maybe you'd like to misfire a couple more times with that breath weapon of yours.
In the background, you hear Gary Busey. Oh,
that
snap.
would make me happy.
That's fucking hilarious. He just burned you right there. Major level burn.
So we gonna go to this outpost, or we just gonna look lovingly into each other's eyes?
Let's go to the outpost, Sylvester Cabral.
You lead the way there, Sugar Tits.
Sweetest tits you'll ever taste.
I put my gun in my holster after reloading it.
I start moving towards the outpost.
Well, come on, we gonna go or what?
I start moving towards the outpost.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow suit.
All right.
Gulp.
Right. Marcus, you trying to say something?
I was, but then I forgot.
All right. Well then.
I look back. I say, hey, Marcus, you coming with us?
Hang on.
What about you, the hell's his name? One that's got a gun too?
Blackport?
Yeah, that son of a bitch. You coming with?
Yeah.
Love it.
I'm gonna shoot the fat man.
Not before I do.
So,
What the fuck did I do? What the fuck did I do to make you want to shoot me?
The jolly one.
Oh, you saying that Carnavaro's not jolly? Jesus, what a prick you hang out with.
So as you're all talking amongst yourselves, you continue down the path that's marked on the map for the camp that they were detached from. And as you're trudging through the snow, you get closer and closer, and you see a watchtower in the distance, and you're like, that's got to be the camp. So you get closer, kind of sneaking up to it, and you notice...
Can I go stealth?
Yeah, you can go stealth if you want, yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Carnavaro, you want to go stealth with me, baby?
Yeah, I'll be a few feet behind you since I don't have a gun. And I'm working with a damn crossbow.
Give me one of your knives.
I arm my yeah, give me one of your guns. I arm my crossbow, and I just kind of stay
24.
back a few steps behind. Butch.
I got a 24.
Oh, for stealth?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, you definitely passed that.
Yeah, 18.
All right. Everybody else?
Oh.
What'd you get?
Were we all rolling for stealth?
I mean, if you guys don't want to do stealth, you don't have to do stealth.
Oh yeah, I want to do stealth.
But it looks like James, Butch, and Carnavaro are going stealth.
You know, I excel in a bounty hunter.
I got a 22. Dirty 22 for stealth.
So currently everybody is passing that stealth check.
Marcus, roll a stealth.
I was gonna wait outside since my character isn't a stealthy kind.
All right. So as
Okay.
you three sneak towards, Marcus stays back, and you're sneaking through this camp, and you find it oddly to be deserted, and you're thinking maybe it's that detachment that left, and you see a main building that quite possibly could hold some other guards as well as other materials.
Can I roll for investigation to see if I find any tracks leading away besides towards the shack we were in?
Yeah, go ahead.
I rolled an 8.
Okay.
DM, is there any windows in this place where guards may be?
There are no windows. It's literally just another shack, almost similar to the one that you guys were just at, but in better condition. And
Okay.
as for you, Marcus, you look around, and the only tracks you can see are ones that are leading away to the cabin you guys were just at, and a set of tracks that come down from the watchtower and are going straight over to the shack, to the door of the shack.
Alright.
Hey, James.
Mm-hmm.
I got an idea here.
You got
I'm gonna have Carnivaro stand on the other side of this door. We're gonna rip this door open. I want you to take one of them fancy things you got strapped to your chest. I want you to throw it inside. Greet one of them motherfuckers the proper way. That sound good?
sounds good.
All right.
So, do I have to do any kind of checks to rip open the door with Carnivaro?
No, you just breach that door, and I mean, those grenades are an automatic hit with that radius, like I said. So as you breach the fucking door, kick that door open, round the corner, and you cock back to throw that grenade, you find one singular elf sitting with his pants down, taking a shit in the corner. And you lob
out.
just as you see that, the fucking grenade leaves the tips of your finger, hits him square in the chest, drops down. He looks at it as the shit log drops out of his ass, and it explodes, and he just disappears instantly, along with his shit log. And you are greeted. You're greeted with a room. You're greeted with a room that is full of, well, not full, but has a gun rack full of armaments, and there is a candy cane rifle with gumdrop explosive weapons, enough for each of you.
Can I do an investigation onto that? Okay, so did that grenade leave any kind of indicator of an explosion?
No, there was no indicator of an explosion. It was almost like it was an implosion.
Okay. Is there anything that could be investigated, or?
As far as you know, you can't see shit. It's just he's gone.
Just gone.
Shit log.
God damn. Completely obliterated that kid. Fucking piece of shit. Did you see him? He was in the mid-turd, too. Didn't even let his little fucking elf turd cutter finish slicing through. That was beautiful. That was a fucking thing of work beauty. Not a damn thing of art. Shit. I need to apply some goddamn baby oil.
Your muscles look hot, bro.
Thanks.
So as you lather yourself with this elf baby oil, you look around and you take a look at the armaments on the wall. And like I said, there are enough candy cane rifles with, the munitions labeled as gumdrop explosive rounds. And there's enough for everybody, and ammunition to boot.
I have to go do something.
I'd like to run.
I don't know how long it'll take me.
That's fine. We could take a break.
Yeah, let's take a break for a bit.
Yeah, because it has been going on a bit. But yeah, let's take a break.
All right, I feel like I'm probably gonna have to call it a night here.
Hello? I mean, we always
Did
could.
everybody just run the break?
I maybe. I mean, I don't know. It kind of
I'm
fucking
still here.
sucks, but I know that it is getting to like fucking 10 o'clock your time.
Yeah, like how quickly you think we could wrap this up after break?
I mean, if we get back at 8, which I don't think it will be that late, we could probably get it done within an hour.
Oh fuck! No way I'm gonna stay up till 11. Shit, man. You know what? I'm gonna trust you to run my character, or Boss. Boss could run my character too.
Well, I'm almost
That's
thinking.
DM's job.
Yeah, but the thing is with that is, I mean, it's going to be a change right in the middle of the video.
You can call it if you like.
Well, I mean, is everybody cool to get back on like next Saturday and finish it up, fucking part 2?
Not
Yeah, I'm
rushed part
down.
What'd you say, Thor?
2. We could do like a not rushed version of a part 2.
Yeah.